Well, greetings, everyone. We're coming to the second last of this series. And last week I mentioned we would be focusing on the topic this week of truth in action. We got into a little bit of meditating around truth last week, and this week, truth in action. I want to start off by just sharing a couple of little short stories with you. Well, not really stories, but analogies. One being a dog that chases its tail. And the question, you don't need to answer this question, but the question I would ask is, do you believe that the dog thinks it's true that if it continues to chase hard enough, it will actually catch its tail? Is that true? And that's interesting to think about when you think about it in terms of human beings and some of the things that we do in life that we might liken to chasing our tail. There's a strong belief that something's true, and so we pursue it. By the same token, there's another story that is a wonderful teaching, I think, where in India, the way that they sometimes catch monkeys is to cut a hole in a coconut where the hole is just big enough for the monkey to put its hand into the coconut. And of course, inside the coconut, they put something tasty that the monkey would like. And so the monkey sticks its hand into the coconut to take whatever is there, grabs it, but can't get its hand back out because its hand has gripping whatever is in the coconut. And all the monkey has to do is let go of what it's holding on to be free, but invariably it does not do that. It doesn't let go. And so I use that analogy too in relation to truth. Sometimes when we believe something to be true, erroneously perhaps, and we keep hanging on to it, it's very hard to be free. And so the practice that I'm going to guide you into today is going to be using again the anchors that we use, the body and the breath, to invite, first of all, the second of those things are letting go to whatever we're hanging on to. And that can be very simple. It can be just like simply a focus on irritation with some particular aspect of our breath or our body, or we get stuck on some kind of train of thought and we keep following it. So an opportunity to let go of those, and also an opportunity to come more to present-centered awareness, and in that present-centered awareness, begin to get a feel of something else that might be true. Oftentimes, you've probably noticed that by the end of the meditation experience, you're in a different space. So the question would be then, what's true here? And when we get done with that at the end of the meditation, I'll also be guiding you into a further introspection into how that might connect with your life in some way. Okay, so for now, let's just get comfortable. Find your seat, comfortable seated position, or if you prefer lying down, that's okay too. And begin to focus on your breath and gently close your eyes. And begin to become aware of your body to begin with. We'll start with a body focus. So as you breathe, experiencing your whole body in a seated position or lying position, wherever you are, and feeling the points of contact that are there to support you in this position. Wherever what's underneath you meets your body. And allow that to be your focus for the next several breaths. Just simply feeling what's supporting you from beneath. And then feeling your body, perhaps the shape of your body, your sense of the shape of your body, however that is. The form that your body is taking right now as you feel it, as you experience it. And the invitation is just to experience it as it is. Notice if you're holding any story or any fixed image. And the invitation is just to notice that there might be something that you're holding on to there around your body concept. And just to come back from that to what's here right now, as you breathe and as you be. And you may even notice that your sense of your body shifts and changes as you breathe. So the invitation is just to be with it as it is, without the concepts, without the stories, without anything else. Just here in this body, right now, feeling it, sensing it. And then perhaps isolating in on specific parts of it. The feet, for example. Feeling the feet just as they are. The legs, the knees, thighs, pelvis, abdomen, chest, shoulders, back, neck, head, whole body, arms, hands, fingers. And choose some part of your body to make your primary focus. Might be something that grabs your attention, maybe pleasant or unpleasant, doesn't matter. Maybe neutral, but just some part of your body where your awareness lands right now. Maybe a hand or a foot or a finger or a toe or belly or chest, anywhere. Just some place where your attention can land. And for the next few breaths, just visit with that part of you. And by letting go of any need to have it any particular way, begin to notice the changes as you focus there. The subtle coming and going of sensation, different sensations, different feelings. And just flow with whatever's there. Just go with it. Just being with what is each and every moment. Taking the breath now to that part of your body, as though you're directing the breath towards it. And as you breathe out, as you let the breath go, letting whatever's there to just fall away. Bringing attention to and releasing attention from. And shifting the focus now to the breath, just the breath. And being with the breath just as it is. No need to make it deeper, longer, shorter. Just let it be, the breath, and follow it. Follow it in, follow it out. Feel it, experience it, just as it is. And if there's anything goes with it to make it more complicated, just notice that and maybe choose to let that go and just come back and be with the breath just as it is. Nothing to fix, explain, or change. Just the experience of breathing, body breathing, now, here. Notice being present. Notice the impact of being present. Just here. Nothing else coming for the ride. Just here. And if there's stuff that gets in the way, that's okay. Just let that be here too and notice it. Say hello to it. And then come back to just the sensation of breathing. Letting go of the need to hold on to anything. Just letting go into now, here. No work needed, no effort needed. Just a letting go to now. And watch it change. Just like the clouds in the sky, things may come and pass and change. Noticing perhaps how each moment is different. Each moment a change from the previous one. So letting go of the past, not thinking ahead, and just being here in this moment. And bring a hand up to the center of your chest, somewhere on your body. Find a soft place there to connect. Come back again to here, now, this moment. This body, this being, here, now. What is here right now? What is the state of being here right now? What's here in this moment that is true? Right now, what is true for me? In this moment, now, here. Take a moment just to feel that, to be with it. Then let the hand come slowly back down. And take a moment to ask around whatever's true. If what is true in this moment I was to use as a guide going forward, what might it be that I'd be letting go of? If what is true now is true, what is asked to be released? What's the letting go that gives rise to this truth here now? And what might that look like in my life if I was to continue in that direction? The direction of letting go into the truth of now. What's here now? And take a minute just to receive that, to feel it, to embody it. to embrace it. Take a moment to affirm in yourself the courage it takes to be fully present, to be here. And in being fully here, to perhaps find freedom, peace. May I find peace and freedom of suffering. May you find peace and freedom. May all beings find peace and freedom from suffering. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this experience today. May you continue to step into that wonderful truth of being human here now in this body, in this being. Thank you. So if you have questions, you can put them type them in the chat or the Q&A. As you do that, I'll just say a few more things. It's oftentimes there can be a lot of peace and a lot of freedom coming from letting go of the moment-to-moment struggle in life that comes from the commentary that often goes with us. And our body and our breath is a great place of refuge, a great place to just come home to our truth. And then when we get there, to then ask, what do we need to let go of to have that truth show up more in our life? And for every one of us, it's usually a different answer. Remember the monkey and coconut? Okay, that's great. I'm pleased I told that story. Anything else? Any other questions, comments? I see we have an aloha there. Someone's joining us from Hawaii, maybe. Thank you, Elizabeth. Appreciate the gratitude. Found that powerful. Thank you so much for the freedom in the present. Yeah, there is a lot of freedom in the present. There really is. It's a great place to visit. It's a great place to hang out. And the more you visit it in meditation, the more you'll bring it to your life. So even if you're only present to yourself for a few moments every day, even if it's just 10 minutes, and you mightn't hold it for 10 minutes. A lot of us can't. Our mind goes off and yeah, so someone says, what if the truth is that I'm broken, sad, and in pain? It feels like the opposite of peace and freedom from suffering. Yes, it does. And what's being called for there is to soften around that. In the moment, in your body, in your breath, my question would be, does that go with you? And if it does, let it be there, give it some room, but just stay present to it. And just like I said with the analogy of the clouds in the sky, you may find that it will pass. You may find that just by being with it and allowing it to be there and giving it a safe home, that it too shall pass. Bettina says, thank you. I've enjoyed this series immensely. Thank you, Bettina. And Janet says, I experienced a sad heart transition into a vibrant heart by letting go of what I don't need. Thank you. That's great, Janet. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Letting go of what you don't need. Yeah. But it takes a letting go. It's like, again, it's like that monkey to release the hand. Sometimes, yeah. To let go of what I believed was, let me see, to let go of what I have believed in my head is my grief, but my heart says no for a long time. There is a difference in my head and my heart. To accept that was my struggle. I follow the voice from my heart. Beautiful. Thanks, Kursway. Julie, thank you, Michael. The first time you led a body scan was at Crapalo a long time ago. Julie in Florida. Great to see you here, Julie. I remember those days. A long time ago it was. Great that we're both still here. So Courtney's talking about the difference of letting go of the past traumas compared to the present anxieties that feel inescapable. COVID. Courtney, you're right. It is, you cannot change the reality of what is. However, you can choose how you want to be present to it. And the meditation practice is one of those ways where you, as you sit and breathe and focus and be, you can choose how to be present to yourself. You can choose to struggle with the moment, or you can choose to just be in the moment. And that will help in choosing how to be present for from the inescapable reality of the world we're living in right now. And it's not to say we abdicate responsibility for not wanting it to change or not changing it, but do we do it with struggle or do we do it with ease? How do we go about being? Because we're never going to have a perfect world, I don't think. I'd like to think that we would, but probably not going to happen in my time. So how do I be with an imperfect world? How do I live with that? How do I be with that? And I can start by being present to myself fully, in my body, in my being, in my breath, and letting that teach me, letting that show me the way of how I need to be present to all of that stuff in life that doesn't look so good sometimes. Doesn't feel so good. Okay. How are we doing there, Pat? Is there any more? Did I miss any?
I think you got them all. There was one who's asked how they could follow up with you after this 8 weeks ends.
Sure. So my organization is Phoenix Rising Yoga Therapy, PRYT.com. And I also have a YouTube account and a SoundCloud account. The SoundCloud is Phoenix Rising Yoga Therapy, and there's a lot of meditations on there, free there for the taking anytime you want to listen in, and other guided yoga practices as well. And then on my YouTube channel, it's Michael Lee 46, and there's a lot of teaching on there as well, teaching and classes, so you can follow up there. Carolyn, thank you for a lovely practice, peaceful and ready to sleep. Bedtime in the UK. Well, good night, Carolyn. Have a great sleep. And I'll be back again for the final week. Next week we'll be on the theme of flow. We'll be flowing out of here on the last one. It's a wonderful concept. Okay, I think that's about it. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
See everyone next week. Thank you.